Hola, soy Malfi de Sounds from the Road. Estamos, gracias a Distrital, hablando con Joana Preiss. Right? How do you pronounce your name in French?
Joana Preiss.
Okay. And even as a filmmaker, what other things you do?
I'm a singer and I'm an actress.
Okay. As an actress, how hard was it to make this film as pure as you could?
It was not hard as an actress because I think it was really spontaneous way to film and really spontaneous way to, I don't know, to do things. So, but I think the fact I'm an actress was easier for this kind of film.
Yeah.
You know, it's in this comment dire, c'est dans ce sens en fait.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Yes. So what it was more difficult, it was in the editing.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't want to show myself as a heroine, really, like, you know, without default and everything. It didn't interest me. I really wanted to show the fragility of this woman, the vulnerability. So it was difficult first when I was editing in the first moments because I saw myself in all my moods, you know what I mean? And it was the first time because normally in cinema you have some parts of you, but you're a character and you take something inside, and it's one of the things you have. And in this film, it was I had 24 hours of rushes, and it was me in all my moods, you know what I mean? And not in the best, you know. So it was difficult for that. But the thing is, it's really strange because I never saw myself as actress, like actresses. You know, I always try to improve something more. You know what I mean? I didn't feel myself like just a character or interpreter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always try to experiment things and to find. It's for this reason intimacy is really important for me in all my work, even in my acting work, even in my singing work, because I have the feeling to search things really deep I don't know and experiment things I don't know, and it was important for me.
Yeah. So as obviously we have to understand as an audience that this is a fiction, this is a character, and this is your interpretation of the story you wanted to tell.
My point of view.
It's
yes.
not a true story per se. Okay.
No, not at all.
And do you have to confront a lot of people telling them that, saying it's not true? Calm down.
Of course.
How do you feel
but
about
even, that? I think it's in a way I like it because I built my film like that. I built my film between documentary and fiction.
Yeah.
So it's not surprising me. People who it's maybe even a good news, good news too.
Yeah.
And but what it was really funny, it was at the beginning. My film was always programmed in a documentary festival.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really funny because, not funny, but really interesting because it was like a fake documentary, but it's really honest film. It's not like a fake documentary because it's more honest than this. But I'm taking some documentary moments to do a fiction.
That is a pretty interesting way to say it. And it is some sort of a true documentary documenting how relationships work.
Yes, it could be that.
Yeah.
You know, it could be that.
And it's interesting because it's so simple and so fragile, as you were saying, that is understandable throughout a country that doesn't even speak French, and it's on the other side of the world because everyone has a relationship.
Of
So
course.
how have your past relationships been? No, but not on the personal side. I mean, what have they left you that you feel you should tell the world because they could save themselves thousands of tears or something like that?
I really decided to do this film exactly for that. Because for me, I always been really, I don't know how to say, but really painful love stories, really painful end of love stories, really. So for me it was important to okay, this story is this guy and this woman, but it tells a lot about my ex love stories too. You know?
Yeah.
It's really like a way to tell not just only about this love story, but about every love story I used to live since I'm young. You know?
Yeah.
So it's for this reason it was important for me too. It was not to say about, for me, it's, for example, the way I built the editing and I choose this character and I choose this moment and I choose that, it's too about that, you know.
Yeah.
It's not only about this trip, about this, but it's telling a lot about all my ex-boyfriends, all my ex-love stories. And it's for this reason
I see it also sometimes when creative, cathartic women do this kind, including me, do this kind of really hard work stuff that takes time and takes effort and takes stuff like that. I feel sometimes that it's closing a cycle.
Yes.
Do you feel that?
I don't know, but you know, I have this sensation. It's like I bring all the things I'm doing since a long time, all the things I was reading, all the things I was watching as movies and everything, and I bring all this work I did, like my singing, my writing, my feelings, my actings in theater and films and things, and I bring in this film. So it's not like I close the circle, but it's more like I bring everything and I put in. I remember when I was working with the sound for the film, it was really exciting for me because, you know, I'm really attracted and really sensitive about sound, and I did some diaries, you know, sound diaries when I was younger.
Yeah.
So it was something like I really was excited, and the sound engineer told me I never saw a filmmaker stay all the time with me and decided everything, you know, because it's really something, you know, to do the sound for a film. It can be really painful and really exhausting.
Yeah, definitely.
And for me, it was so exciting.
Wow.
You know, I was like, and especially with this film because it was not a mic, you know, it was the mic of the camera, so it was really. But I wanted to leave this really fragile sound, and everything is really, you know, in this film connected.
Yeah, definitely, and it makes sense. The sound of the movie is really interesting. How you use the rail sounds of the train as this way of getting tired of being with him and getting tired of being. It's completely. It's understandable. It's not just there.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much for
Thank
your
you.
time.
Thank you,
Great
really.
interview with you and great to talk to you.
Yes,
It's really
really. For me too.
Thank
really.
you so much. Muchísimas
you.
gracias a todos y nos vemos a la próxima.